Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The biggest SBC of Winter Wildcards is coming in. Oh, is it a big one, guys? Ronaldinho. Yes, the Ronaldinho Gaucho is coming as an SBC tomorrow at the start of the Winter Wildcards promo. We have the official stats and maybe an idea how EA might price this SBC. What a great opportunity this is to use one of the best icons in this game at a lower price through a very craftable SBC. But the best part about this is we're going to have a great menu grind. We don't even have the crafting upgrade yet and all the other upgrade packs that may even come out as soon as today for Winter Wildcards. But part of the content yesterday gave us an even better way to utilize the really low rated players in our clubs to get even more packs open. And we got to talk about other Winter Wildcard SBC leaks, including a few new names that we didn't have yesterday, and evolution leaks that are quite interesting and maybe a little worrying to some people. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Yesterday on Wednesday, we had mostly SBC content apart from a couple of other things, so we'll go straight there. Of course, guys, yesterday we had the new Udol SBC for a decent player, 86 rated jockey plus center back with not that great of a weak foot or skill moves, but decent play styles. He does have defender plus plus, and kind of a crazy story here. He has torn he's torn his ACL 4 times. I don't know which leg, how many times, but that's a crazy story, to be honest. And now he's back playing for Lens. So that's a pretty cheap SBC there if you would like to get some fodder in for an 86 rated, maybe evolvable soon with pretty good stats. French center back and left back. So that's the Udol SBC from yesterday. We also had the 87 plus campaign mix upgrade, which is basically the same types of players in this pack: Scream, Primetime, Festival, Football Captains, or Pro Live players, but it's 87 instead of the 86 plus that it was last time. It's a Team of the Week in 84 along with an 85 squad. For me, that's a skip. With especially this Ronaldinho SBC incoming, I am really holding on to all the fodder that I can right now to try to stock up the club. And these SBCs that refreshed yesterday, the Premium Mixed and the Mixed League upgrade packs, are a part of the way you can set your club up for success before Ronaldinho comes out and also craft once Winter Wildcards starts. Guys, EA made the Premium Mixed even easier because there's no more Libertadores players, which of course were selling for 1,000, 2,000 coins even a month ago when these first came out on the market. And now Libertadores players are no longer needed. You need Liga Portugal and Pro League, which is so much easier to get. Guys, I literally just went through my club, even with doing all of the daily upgrade SBCs, rinsing into the 80 plus picks, the 85 plus picks, and even doing a couple of rounds of 78 plus picks. I still had enough cards in my club to run through the Premium Mixed League SBC and then also the Mixed League SBC, the lower tier version. Guys, these right now are incredible with the less restrictive requirements. These are absolutely incredible to rinse all of the gold, mostly bronze and silver, actually, to rinse out most of those bronze and silver players that we have been accumulating through packs, especially if you've been doing the daily upgrades every single day, like we've been saying to do, the daily bronze, the daily silver. If you've been doing these, you probably have a ton of bronze and silvers in your club, and you can literally rinse those into these new refreshed Mixed League upgrades and Premium Mixed League upgrades to get yourself more gold cards and potentially pack some fodder. I want to go open the packs. I just went through the SBCs each one time from my club without even trying, just building the squads out and going for it. You're going to pack more silver cards that can go into the SBCs. You're going to pack fodder cards. I mean, in 85 right now, that's incredible if you pack an 85 because those are still 4,500 to 5,000 coins, and that helps you craft SBCs like the Winter Provisions pack, of course. And then other than that, you're going to be getting yourself more gold rares and more gold commons. So this is a almost unlimited grind. I would say you probably have to supplement it with a little bit of bronze pack method. And if you do league SBCs often, here we go. Here, a walkout from this pack. Center mid, French. I think that might be, actually, I have no idea. I was going to say Guilloro, but I don't know who that is. Karchawi 87. Like, come on. I just rinsed some silvers and some bronzes and a couple of golds out of my club. and I get a walkout 87 rated card Chowie right there. But this is just phenomenal. You're farming more golds by turning in all of the extra cards you have in your club that are bronze and silver, and you're going to make coins from this using the quick sell, of course, from some of these packs. That's 1,600 coins right there. I spent 0 coins building this SBC, so everything that I can get out of it, quick sell value, or even if I pack something that I actually want to sell, like maybe I pack a Shadow Chemistry style, which those sell for 5,000 coins, or a Hunter Chemistry style that sells for a bit of coins. You can actually make coins with this as well, and since these League SBCs are going to be out during Winter Wildcards, this is going to be the best craft like that we've had this so far this year. It's going to be incredible. The crafting upgrade and of course the Winter Provisions pack that is out right now, it is going to make getting Ronaldinho done a whole lot easier. So I wanted to really talk about that today. We've talked about grinding the mixed league upgrades before. We'll probably be doing it a bit on stream. Honestly, all you need to know is your bronzes and silvers from these leagues, don't turn them into any other SBCs, put them into this, and when you have a ton of excess bronzes and silvers and you need more golds, you can hit the bronze and silver upgrade here to get yourself more gold players or more silver players. But you're going to have tons of silvers because even some of the daily refreshing picks like the 3 of 10 80 plus pick, what does this give you? A silver pack and a silver pack. Same thing with the 85 plus pick, I think even. It gives you a small silver and a silver pack. So you're going to have a ton of silvers. Just put those right back into the League SBCs and get yourself even more packs to open for Winter Wildcards. Now let's talk about the Team of the Week that dropped yesterday, because we did have a new Team of the Week 14 that was released. And once again, there's a couple of decent cards in here. Rafinha, Sangare looks pretty good. Lawrence Muslera has a sick dynamic image there. Ekitike, 86 rated card. You guys know how it goes with Team of the Weeks. You do not want to be buying into these yet because they will get supplied a lot on the weekend. I think Team of the Weeks, since we learned that they are not going to be a part of the best of coming into packs tomorrow or sometime today or tomorrow. I don't know when the best of comes into packs, but I would not invest in Team of the Weeks until we get to Friday, but I think they will be a good investment for the latter part of Black Friday because, sorry, I have Winter Wildcards. I keep saying Black Friday. Because of Winter Wildcards, we're going to have a lot of SBCs. I think we're going to be needing to invest in Team of the Week. So that's the Team of the Week from yesterday. Nothing crazy there. A little surprise, though, actually happened a few hours ago. The Thunderstruck upgrades went live early. The past couple of weeks, we've had these on Fridays, and this week EA was like, you know what? Let's just drop them on Wednesday. So after the Women's Champions League games ended, they upgraded these cards in game, and they also upgraded the UEFA Primetime items. And once again, they gave out some very good playstyles on these cards. Like Abili got pinged and intercepted. Now, if you take a look at her card, who's getting re-released in packs, by the way, tomorrow in the re-release, she got 2 insane playstyles added for a box-to-box center mid. She's got finesse now, pinged, tiki-taka, the intercept, the technical. That's a ton of playstyles, my goodness, on that card. And her price, of course, shows it as people went out and bought her from 500k. She went all the way to 620,000 coins where she is now. But once again, she is getting re-released, so be very, very careful with that. But check some of your cards, like maybe you have this Graham Hansen or you invested in this card. She got her +1 upgrade as well, as EA went out and upgraded the primetime players as well as the Thunderstruck. So make sure you check out the Footbin tracker over here and look at all of the most recently upgraded cards. That's probably my favorite thing about this. You can see right at the top, recently upgraded. Pacho got long ball. I'm actually very glad that I didn't do Pacho because of him getting the long ball there. Puteus got Trickster. Russo got Technical. Musiala got Tiki Taka, and of course all the rolls. So a very nice upgrade for Musiala as well, especially with the ability and like Musiala, who's going to be coming back into packs. You're going to want to sell those into the hype of people buying them up after they got this upgrade, because their prices will probably fall once they come back into packs. Now, the last thing before we talk about this Ronaldinho SBC and what it may look like, there was pretty big news in the football gaming world yesterday as Netflix announced that they are the ones partnering with FIFA. I think there was rumors of like FIFA and 2K getting together to make some sort of video game to maybe rival EA Sports and FC, but it's going to be Netflix and FIFA, and this has really got a lot of people not super optimistic about how this is going to go because it's on Netflix games. And until yesterday, I didn't even know that Netflix had games as a part of the subscription service on their site, but allegedly it's going to be mostly a TV or a mobile game which you would actually play it on the TV using your phone as the controller, it sounds like. So people's hopes are not super high for this. I think some people are assuming that this might be more of an FM type of game and less like FC as we know it, or like an Ultimate Team sort of vibe. But we'll have to see. I'll try it when it comes out. We have Netflix here at the house. So we'll give it a try, I guess, and see how it goes. But they said that this is going to release this summer just in time for the FIFA World Cup 2026. So we'll see, but of course, that's some big news as we've been waiting to see who is going to use the FIFA rights, who is going to get those and put FIFA on their game, because FIFA said they wanted to make another game. So that is that. Now, this is the big news, guys. We got this loading screen in-game yesterday, which we do need to talk about, that red car design, in a minute. But yesterday, we'd been saying, first off, we wanted a big SBC. We had the Isak, we had the Diani, we had a couple other names thrown out there for Winter Wildcards, players to craft through SBCs, and then the big Bombazo dropped. And it's almost, I don't know, it just makes you smile because it's a big name icon that we're going to all be able to craft with the great menu grind that we're about to have on this game. Ronaldinho is coming as an SBC, the baby version of his card. Unbelievable. Like when you get the opportunity to use one of the top, I would say top 3 icons in the game every single year, and one of the most popular footballers of all time in your team, especially through an SBC. Who cares if it's not as good as his 4 million coin icon card that is on the market right now? Like, there's no way EA is going to drop a 4 million coin Ronaldinho like this is an SBC, but a baby version, maybe with some more pace, or good pace at least. Well, we actually have the official stats. We'll look at that in a second. It's not more pace. It's a quite lower rated item than we have here, but that's because it's going to be a lot more affordable. And probably the best part about this is he's going to fit evolutions because he's only 87 rated. These are the official stats for the Baby Dino SBC. He's going to have Rapid Plus, Left Wing, Left Mid, and Cam, which is the exact same as his base icon card. He's going to have 88 pace, 85 shooting, 85 pass, 90 dribble. I don't think that's that bad. Some people are looking at this card and they're saying, oh, Nate, that's such a big downgrade. Well, yeah, I mean, he's not going to be 4 million coins. He should be a lot cheaper to do the SBC. And it's going to be a Dino that literally all of us can afford because of what I mentioned with the menu grind and the craft. We've all got saved packs. It's just vibes is how the best way you can describe this, I think, man. This is maybe the earliest, yeah, I think it would have to be the earliest Ronaldinho SBC that we have ever had. It's kind of like the lower rated version of Johan Cruyff that we had last year during Black Friday in FC 25. This was a card that ended up being an incredible SBC because it was Cruyff. He had a great playstyle plus, and he fit Evos sooner, of course, than all of his other versions would. That's the big upside that I see with this Dino card. Now, the biggest question is, what's the price going to be? And we're going to use that Cruyff and the Ruud Gullit Winter Wildcards from FC 24 maybe to factor into this. But this Dino card is 4 million coins, right? We're going from 93 rated down to 87. And you look at the stats, we're going minus 3 pace. We're going minus 4 shooting, minus 5 passing, and minus 5 dribbling. So it's a stat downgrade everywhere. You still got the 5-star skills. Really what it comes down to is the play styles. Dino's basic icon card here has finesse, game changer, Trivela and inventive, so the shooting and the passing one. Got the dead ball first touch, technical, and the trickster plus. They're giving him rapid plus, so that's a new playstyle plus added to his card. He doesn't even have that base playstyle. I'd be so curious to know what other playstyles they give this card. That might make or break the SBC, to be completely honest, but the rest of his other playstyles do look pretty good. Maybe we love a Tiki Taka on there instead of, I don't know what you take away, but if they would, give him Tiki Taka along with the Rapid Plus, he's got to have Trickster base on the card, hands down, we hope. But, I mean, it's just going to be a fun SBC, I think. If I had to throw a price out there, honestly, I'd have to guess around 1.5 million. Still might seem like a lot when you're looking at an 87 rated card, but this Cruyff last year was priced right around 1 million coins himself, and the Ruud Gullit, who was 89 rated during Winter Wildcards 2 years ago, you remember this, right? This was one of the most legendary SBCs of the year. He was 2.7 million, and a lot of people downvoted this card right away when it came out. You can see the downvotes here, or you can kind of see it. It's like 3,900 thumbs down to 3,400 thumbs up. So I hope this card isn't more than 1.5 million, but if it is, I'm probably still going to do it because that's just a way where you can get a Ronaldinho into your club with the vibes that Ronaldinho has just for the rest of the year. And you can play with him right now, a card that none of us really thought we'd be able to use. So that's the real kind of pull to this SBC. You get to use Ronaldinho. Hopefully there's a loan version inside of this as well, so you could try out the card for maybe like an 84 rated squad, really cheap as well, so you can get yourself at least a card in the club for a few games before making the big commitment to do the actual SBC. But speaking of doing the commitment of the SBC, we got to talk about Fodder. Yesterday when the leak came out, of course, people started investing in Fodder. It actually jumped up a bit. These 88s were up to 10,000 coins, but now they're straight back down to 9,000 coins. I wasn't really saying invest in the Fodder yesterday because I was really wanting to wait until tomorrow when all the packs get open. Very similarly to Black Friday is what I'm really thinking is going to play out this Friday. You're going to have a ton of packs opened. You're going to see Fodder dip for like an hour, and then you're going to start to see it go back up as people get the Fodder, they get weekly rewards, they get a whole bunch of other packs, they're doing upgrade SBCs, then they go out and finish squads for SBCs like this Ronaldinho and maybe the icon packs that'll be out at the time. So I think Fodder is going to be a buy tomorrow, but it did go up yesterday a little bit off of the first leak of this. So I do think 87s, 88s, and 89s would be the play for this SBC. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll have some very high rated squads in this, kind of like we had for the Mbappe Player of the Month. I mean, for an SBC that could be 1 million coins plus, there's at least got to be an 88 rated squad, right? Maybe there'll be an 89 rated squad as a part of it too. Fodder is still so cheap right now. It might be a lot of squads that we have to complete for Ronaldinho. I think we have to get that expectation in our minds right away. Because Fodder is as cheap as it is right now, I think Fodder will be a great investment, but I personally think we want to wait until Friday to do that. At the very least right now, though, you could do a club stock, like buy one Lewandowski, one Katoto, one Gabriel. If you plan on doing this SBC straight away and you don't mind spending coins on it, I think it's okay to just go through and stock the club right now with these prices being where they're at, because you'll be ready to do the SBC immediately when it comes out. But if you want to invest for a price rise, I think we wait until Friday for that. Now, there are some other SBCs that have been leaked to add to the list of Winter Wildcards daily players. We got the official stats for Isak. It's not that big of an upgrade over his gold card, and he's changing to low driven plus. This looks like it's one of the more daily SBCs that's just going to be a bit cheaper and maybe fun still. If you're a Liverpool fan, you will want to collect this for sure, but not as crazy as maybe a lot of people would have wanted it to be. Dybala, Kudus from Spurs, Joe Gomez, Hall, Courtois, Emre Can, Diani. That kind of rounds out the name there for some of the SBCs. I think this Courtois SBC, I mentioned this yesterday in the stream, that is a card I would be worried about because he is going to get completed by just about everybody in this game. And if you have a tradable goalkeeper that is of any sort of decent value, like I'm talking a Casillas, maybe a Oliver Kahn tradable, maybe a Schmeichel tradable goalkeeper, Van der Sar, Yashin, I think I would look at selling that card pretty soon. Maybe not right away, but sometime this weekend, because whenever this Courtois comes out, especially if he has decent playstyles, but even if he doesn't, it's Courtois, and I think he actually will make some of those goalkeepers go down in price, just because when we have a big name keeper SBC like that dropped, usually you see prices go down. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. We're awaiting official stats on all the rest of these cards, except for the Isak that we already have. We also had Fermin that was leaked yesterday. Now, ASY posted him on the red card design, and this is where the red card design here on the loading screen is making me think twice about what this might mean, because if you take a look at this loading screen, we've got a French striker, which is probably Ousmane Dembele, going to be in packs for Team 1. We've got a Brazil left wing, that would be the big bro Ronaldinho, that would be in packs, 2 playstyle pluses, and then we have a Swedish striker that is a red design. But notice the red card there does not have the icon, little insignia at the top of it. That's not an icon card design. That's just the Winter Wildcards design turned red, which we saw tweeted and added to the code a couple of days ago. There's maybe a shout here that all of the SBC players will be released with the red design, because Isak is an SBC and he's shown as obviously a Swedish striker, potentially here on the loading screen. That may be what we have here, and that could also mean that if that's the case, the SBCs are the red design, this Ronaldinho could be a red Winter Wildcards icon design, which is the exact same as the green one you see here, but it has that same red color replacing where the green is. So that is still a mystery, but we are guessing that is what this red card design is going to be. As of right now, we'll have to wait for more detail on that. Now, speaking of more detail, we have a list of names for cards that are going to be released in packs, but we have a new one, and I would expect a lot more leaks on this today on Thursday. Johan Cruyff is coming as a Winter Wildcards icon, and he is going to be one of the 2 Play Style Plus cards. Rapid and incisive for Johan Cruyff, and he's getting +2 pace, 1 shooting, 1 passing, 2 dribbling, 1 defense, and 2 physical from his base icon card. This is going to be a card that probably is like 7 to 8 million coins, somewhere very expensive around there. But again, he's one of the only cards that's going to be in packs that is leaked officially, apart from what we looked at yesterday. Of course, FutAccountant had a big list of some of those players that we looked at on yesterday's video. If we go back to that tweet, he had some players like the Rafael Leao, and of course the big Ronaldinho, the Zlatan, and stuff like that. So apart from these, we're still waiting on some more official stat leaks for the team. I bet that would be fully leaked today on Thursday. Now, speaking of cards in packs, this is probably one of the biggest things that has changed. The best of re-release. These cards are going to be in packs as well. Some people think they might be in packs today. I know during Black Friday, the best of re-release dropped in packs a day early compared to the actual promo of Thunderstruck. But I think these cards might not be in packs until tomorrow. We'll have to see. I do think we'll get a bit more Winter Wildcards content today in game. Speaking of that, I want to go to one place in the game in a second where we were a little surprised to see content yesterday on Wednesday. But this is a very different re-release than what we originally expected. Guys, remember how we thought it was just going to be Unbreakables, Thunderstrucks, and Joga Bonitos. There are no Joga Bonitos or Unbreakable cards in this team at all. It is only Thunderstruck, Thunderstruck icons, the man of the matches, and then promos from before that. And I believe there are no cards that are in this promo team that were also in the Black Friday re-release. You see cards in here, kind of like the Otamendi, the Doué. You got some UCLs like Saliba, Eder Militao, Javi Simons is in here as well, Oscar Bob, Dumfries, Anthony, Adeyemi, Balde. There are some good cards. There's a lot of fodder, but there are some good cards as well, especially some of these just upgraded Thunderstrucks like the Musiala and the Russo just got boosted. Puteus, Beckham, Billy just got boosted up with some play styles and some roles, and now they're going to be re-released back into packs. Again, if you know anybody or if you have any of these cards, I would not hold on to them. There was a lot of crashing and panic selling on these yesterday. I bought a Vitinha right here at 409,000 coins, and I actually just ended up selling him for 470K. He's coming back into packs, though. These cards are, you do not want to risk holding on to them because you will lose coins. But the flip side of that is players like Frankie de Jong, players like some of the Unbreakables like Vidic, we now know they're not coming into packs. So what happened? People saw the news. They went right to the market and started buying these cards up. And that's why a guy like Frankie de Jong went from 800K lows yesterday to 800K mid to high range, because people like, well, he's not getting re-released in packs. I'm going to go buy his card. So that's why you're seeing a bit of that on the market right now. This card could go higher, I think. Friday night, we're going to have a decent Friday night bubble to talk about in tomorrow's video in terms of the market. But speaking of Winter Wildcards content that dropped already, EA's running lightning rounds already. The Winter Wonderland pack, which is the 80 plus times 100 with the Winter Wildcards design on the pack, was dropped at the content drop yesterday and just a couple of hours ago in game as an untradeable lightning round. This is just something to remember as to why I think we want to wait on the fodder prices to really buy yet, because we're going to have a lot of lightning rounds and EA is going to be putting a lot of packs in the store this weekend on this game, because this is a promo that sells packs with the big cards that are in it. And of course, with big SBCs being out too, people are going to run to the store to fill up their clubs because they'll want to get cards in SBCs. They'll want to try to pack their Winter Wildcards items. So that is just one thing to be very careful of, especially with some of those Evo investments that we talked about, man. Remember, yesterday we talked about like Nico Williams. This gold card is going to be in packs on Friday. I think these are a sell, guys. Claudia Pina, even though she's going to be out of packs because her new Winter Wildcards will be in packs. Yeah, this was 12K. Now it's 10,000 coins. That was a sell 100%. Reinders, 12K, so he's down a little bit in value as well. Those are definitely a sell. I still think you have time to sell those before they drop a little bit further. Now, last thing to talk about for Winter Wildcards leaks, guys, there's so much. This evolution leak, of course, we're still waiting to hear some about what evolutions are going to look like during Winter Wildcards. This Evo leak got a lot of people scared, myself included, for a quick second after it was leaked. 2 Playstyle Plus evolution, Technical Plus, 87 rated players can be used. We were kind of like, when this was first tweeted, like, wait, what? This sounds like it could be like a 500k crazy boosting Evo, but it seems too good to be true, right? Bottom line, 2 Playstyle Plus evolutions, only the top icons are going to be going to 2 Playstyle Pluses. And it really makes sense after we thought about it for a minute, especially after Foot Police mentioned this here, that this is probably going to be in the next season pass. Based on some of the other leaks that we had yesterday, this being one of them, the Rude Hullet World Tour Silver Superstars is going to be coming soon. I would undoubtedly be next week in the next season that we have. This season pass has 1 week left. We got to get to level 40 in the next week. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. But since this was leaked yesterday, it would also make sense for some of the evolutions that are going to be a part of the season pass to be leaked as well. And I mean, that actually sounds pretty good for season pass content. There's 88 rated evolutions, and some of them will be limited to 1 Playstyle Plus. Foot Police thinks, but Foot Agent here is saying 87 rated players getting a technical plus boost, and he could be potentially a 2nd Playstyle Plus. So that's probably what that Evo is. I mean, at first we were like, holy smokes, is EA about to just destroy the power curve with this one Evo and give everybody a 2 Playstyle Plus card? That would be a problem. That would be a big problem. But that is probably the answer to that question. That Evo is going to be a part of the power curve, and or a part of the season pass. And if it is a part of the season pass, it could be like level 35 plus, which means we wouldn't get a 2 Playstyle Plus card like that until around maybe Team of the Year. Like, you got to think about it. The season pass that we're going to start next week, end-ish of December, right around Christmas, that's going to take us probably into Team of the Year, to be honest. If it's a month away, maybe even a little bit past Team of the Year, we'll have to see how long the season is. But that's kind of the timeline that we're looking at there. Now, let's talk about the here and now. Today on Thursday, we got 1 day before this promo comes out, 1 day to get our clubs ready, stock up some packs still, do the last refreshes of the 85 plus pick, the 80 plus pick, maybe hit some of the bronze and silver upgrade packs so that we can do the league upgrades to fill the club up a little bit. What else are we expecting today on Thursday? Well, we already started to mention it. Thursdays are usually SP refreshes days. So like here in objectives, I'm actually trying to hit the manager games really quick because these are going to refresh today. As a part of the content drop, you'll be able to get more SP, 3,000 of it exactly, just for playing some manager career mode games. And then all of your other weekly objective SP is going to be refreshing as well, which I may have not even got it all done. Oh yeah, look at this. I got to score 1 more goal with a player from the Bundesliga and play 10 matches with 3 German players who are starting 11. So I'm going to miss out on some SP there because I've completely forgotten to finish that one off. But this is just one thing to kind of double check over before the content drop today, as some of these are going to refresh, whether they refresh at content or at the Rivals Rewards time frame, which today's also Rivals Rewards, to be completely honest as well. I think that's something that many of us have not played this week. We went on an absolute heater yesterday. We are in Division 1 somehow, and we're going to have the 30-point rewards that we'll be saving for the big promo tomorrow. But that's going to be a part of content today. I'm not expecting a whole lot out of content today. Besides that, there is one SBC we are expecting, though, and that is the Winter Wildcards 82 by 10. One of the leakers, Foot Yapper, was saying that it is expected to drop today, 3 times repeatable. And that's very similar to how we had it during the Black Friday promo. So if you've got informs in your club, you should be good to go. But that would be the only thing with this that would be a little intriguing. Informs right now are 13,000 coins. They could go up a little bit today because of the fact that this SBC is coming out and everybody's going to want to do it every single day. But at the same time, I think we probably just want to be safe and wait until tomorrow to see how the informs actually move with the weekend league rewards before trying to invest heavy and go too crazy with it. So I've got a decent amount of informs in my club, but if that's not your situation, then you know what I tell you to do is open some packs today, hit some 78 plus upgrades, do the league SBC. It is very possible you could pack one of the informs from doing that league SBC, turning in bronzes and silvers from your club into those packs, and you're getting yourself more packs and you're more ready to go than you even thought you would be able to be for the Winter Wildcards promo. So that's my advice for you guys today for that. That'd be the 82 times 10 coming today. Marquee matchups coming today. There is still that evolution that's out there that is leaked. It's like giving a bit of a shooting boost and gives low-driven playstyle base. But, you know, it's been a couple of days since we heard that leak. And since then, there's no news on it. So, yeah, maybe that'd be a part of content today. Maybe not. Also, don't quick sell cards like I'm doing there unless you're just trying to get coins. If you're trying to get the most packs possible out of the League SBC grind, I'm just not trying to have duplicate silvers, you know, in my dupe storage. I don't like putting silvers in my dupe storage at all. But if you're trying to be the most optimal to grind right now, you would want to save everything into your club. The last part of content that we could see today that I haven't mentioned yet is that Alex Baena. If anybody was looking out for that SBC, that could be a part of today's content as well on this Thursday. So there we go. 82 rated. That's going to help me out with an SBC there. Onana goes up. That's more SBC fodder. Let's open these last couple of packs here from this run through the League SBCs. We already had one walkout. Here's the big pack. Small prime gold. Okay, nothing super big there. Was that Davies? Alphonso Davies? Yeah, 84 rated. That's not too shabby. So two runs through of, well, one run through each of the premium SBC and one run through of the regular mixed SBC. We didn't get anything super crazy, but we did get a walkout. So that's, honestly, I'm very happy with that. We've got a whole bunch of packs still saved for tomorrow. And man, I cannot wait to throw Ronaldinho into this team. I just did the Hyunmin Son Evo. I don't know who Dino's going to replace because this Dempsey is phenomenal. He might replace Dempsey, but maybe he'll replace Son on the wing, and I'll just have to be using Sonny somewhere else. But this Dino is going boom straight in the squad, man. And he's going to be so fun to craft. And I cannot wait to complete this SBC as soon as it drops. And I cannot wait to craft it and hopefully get it done pretty quick. But let me know in the comments how much you think that Ronaldinho is going to be costing and what you're excited for most about Winter Wildcard so far. One little update on today. I will not be streaming today, guys. We have the day off of the streams today, but we will be back tomorrow for a big day of Winter Wildcards, all the packs, a lot of market madness, and hopefully a promo just as good as Thunderstruck and Black Friday. But again, if you're excited for this promo, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions again, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been Nate. Have a great Thursday. Peace out.